Hey, what's going on, everybody? On YouTube, Steve here, Raiken Profit, and in this video, I want to share with you 7 board games that sell on eBay for $100 or more. Now, if you're reselling items right now on eBay or Amazon, then I want to share with you these 7 board games that you could find at places like garage sales, thrift stores, Facebook Marketplace. You can even source these off of eBay from sellers who don't have the knowledge and then flip them on Amazon as well. But all of these items sell on eBay, and I want to make this video to share with you the fact that there's a lot of board games, even used board games, that sell for some really huge profits on eBay. If you're going to thrift stores like Savers or Goodwill, or you're visiting your local garage sales on the weekend, or maybe you've got something set up like ifttt.com, if this then that, ifttt.com. Yeah, if this then that. It's a website that will search Craigslist for you. I'm not sure if it works for Facebook, but it'll alert you when certain keywords are listed online, and you can put keywords like Monopoly or Risk or some of these other board games that I'm going to share with you, and if they come up, they'll alert you. So that's a great technique to be able to source items, or you could just look on eBay like I said, but these items sell like hotcakes. If you're not reselling board games, you're missing out on a lot of money. So I want to share with you these 7 board games, and hopefully this opens your eyes up to the opportunities to make money with this stuff on eBay and even Amazon as well. So let's get right into it. The first board game that I want to talk about is Risk, and more specifically, the 40th anniversary Risk Collector's Edition. As you can see right here, it's got the silver packaging on the outside, and this always sells extremely well. I've flipped this multiple times on eBay, and if you could find them in really good condition with all the pieces, you can also flip them on Amazon as well. I've actually flipped, I believe, one of these for over $250 at one point. I'm not sure what the price of the 40th edition Risk is right now on Amazon, but somebody look it up. You could pick these up sometimes for $100 or less on eBay and flip them on Amazon, or if you find them at a garage sale or at a thrift store, you could flip them on eBay. Be careful about missing pieces. This Risk game does have a lot of pieces, and some of the board games I share with you are going to have a lot of pieces, so be very careful. The last thing you want to do is list an item and say it's 100% complete, it's perfect. Make sure all the pieces are there, but this is a great board game to be on the lookout for. Next up is the Pokemon board game, the Master Trainer Pokemon board game. Now, this is from 1999, and this sold for $114.95. Here's a picture of the game right here. Gotta catch them all. And as you can see, the box isn't in the best condition. So don't feel like if you come across an item and it's a little beat up, or the box is messed up, or maybe there's, a piece missing, or the manual's missing, don't feel like you can't resell it. Just be 100% transparent, honest about, are all the pieces there? Is it missing a manual? Is the box damaged? This is very important, because if the manual's there, if the instruction booklet is there, if all the pieces are there, if the if the packaging and the box is in good condition, this is going to help to increase the value. And a lot of these board games I'm sharing with you are going to be from the 80s, the 90s, the early 2000s. These games are nostalgic. People want to go back into their childhood and relive these moments. It's becoming harder and harder to find these board games complete. Now, you could definitely make money with board games that are, from the late 2000s, 2010, 15, even some of the, more current games you can make money from. But these older ones, especially Pokemon. Oh, I remember when I used to be a Pokemon master. It was so much fun. Be on the lookout for this game right here. Next on deck, this is a game that I think this is the only game that I haven't flipped out of the 7 that I shared with you. But my good friend Vinny, who is a toy master, I've had him on my channel multiple times. And if you just check my YouTube channel, just type in Raiken Profit Toys or selling toys on eBay. We have so many videos we recorded where you can learn how to buy and sell toys. He found this game at a garage sale for $1, and I believe he flipped it for over $200. This is Fireball Island. This is by Milton Bradley, and this is one of those games that are just like, it's like the pinnacle. There's only one more game that I want to share with you that I feel like is like one of the hardest board games to find, but I actually found it at a garage sale for I think $2 last year. I have a YouTube video about it, but this is Fireball Island. Very hard to come across, rare. If the packaging's in good shape, if The manual is included. I mean, this is one of those rare ones where everything matters. So you really have to take a lot of pictures. You have to count all the pieces. You have to double check everything. But if you find this, which it's possible at thrift stores, especially at garage sales, whew, you're going to make some really good money. This one sold for $385. The description says 1986 Milton Bradley Fireball Island. This is complete. This desirable, scarce 1980s game is 100% complete with all the pieces and the instruction manual. The box remains in outstanding shape with bright, bold, colorful images. So this is a really awesome board game to be on the lookout for. It's going to be hard to come across, but if you find it, bada bing, bada boom, you're bringing some profits in the room. Next up, we have the game that I was just referring to that's even harder to find than Fireball Island, and that's Hero Quest. So this is from, I believe, 1990, Hero Quest. And the artwork on this is just, it stands out. It's beautiful. I found this at a garage sale, and I got to try to remember what video it was, but I know I posted this in a video. I found it for, I think, $2, and I flipped this thing for well over $200. It ended up missing like one or two pieces, but it was mint condition. I mean, it was super clean. What a great flip. If it wasn't missing the pieces, I probably could have got maybe closer to $300 plus. I think Fireball Island sells for more. I don't know. You guys tell me in the comments, which board game do you think is more rare to find, Hero Quest or Fireball Island? But this is awesome. This one has a ton of pieces in it. I feel like I counted the pieces like 25 times to try to make sure. But this is an awesome game right here. This is from 1990, again, by Milton Bradley. And be on the lookout for old vintage Milton Bradley board games. That's a common theme. I'm going to share with you a couple more Milton Bradley games that sell for good money, but these games, these older ones, you don't have to find them brand new, only used. Even some of the games that aren't that rare, if you can find them with all the pieces and it comes with the instructions, the manual, the box in good condition, you can flip a lot of these just common name games for like $40, $50. So this is cool. Hero Quest, be on the lookout for that. Here is one of my best flips that I ever had. This is called Dark Tower. This isn't my listing. And as you can see, the board game, the box is like pretty beat up. But this is called Dark Tower. And I remember I was out garage selling with my friend Tim Fisk. This must have been about 4 years ago. This is actually in a YouTube video as well, somewhere deep down in the Raiken Profit archives. But I found this game, and I believe it was missing a couple pieces. I think the box was in better condition. And I think I sold it for $150. This game is another Milton Bradley game. This is from 1981, and it's Dark Tower. That's what it's called, Dark Tower. So take a look. It's got the little tower, the pieces, the flags, and it's got the little pegboard, whatnot. And there is this. I think this comes with batteries. I think it comes with batteries. It's electronic. Yeah, there's a little slot for batteries right there. I was having a slight issue with mine, so I think I sold it for a little less. But Dark Tower is a really sick game to flip. It's hard to come across, but look at this, 200 buckaroos on this right now. Next on deck, this is another game that I flipped. I found this at a garage sale before, and I think I found it at a thrift store, at a Savers before. At the garage sale, I paid $1, which is common at garage sales. If anyone's ever like, well, you know, how much do you want for it? Just say, I'll pay you $1. I'll pay you $2. Some people are going to be like, oh, well, what are you doing? It's selling for $200. They don't know, and they don't care for the most part. They just want to get rid of it. But if you want to be a nice girl or a nice guy, give them $10, $15 because these things do sell for good money. This sold for $108. This is Dream Phone. Guess who likes you in this talking telephone game? This is definitely vintage. You can tell just by the color scheme. And if we go to the description, it states electronic Dream Phone, Milton Bradley. This was used. They shipped it USPS parcel ground. And it comes with 24 photo cards, 12 special cards, and a clue sheet. I believe this is from the 90s. Yeah, 1991 right here. Fantasy theme. Recommended age group 9+. And I'll show you a couple of the pictures. It's kind of a cool little, funny little game right here. It comes with a telephone and cards, and I haven't personally played it, but this sells really well. Look this up in the sold listings. That's another good game too. It's called Mall Madness. This wasn't part of my list, but that's another one that flips pretty well, but it's less value. And last but not least is a game called The Settlers of Catan. And I don't know how old this game is because I remember, if you guys follow me, I have a friend named Jameson Philippi who he runs a retail arbitrage business. And I remember about 4 or 5 years ago, we were going to all of the Barnes and Nobles, retail stores. We were going to, I feel like we were going to Targets. We were going to a lot of the big box stores because there were these specific Settlers of Catan games that were so rare, and they were selling on Amazon for $200 plus at the time. There's certain versions, there's certain, there's expansion sets. So you've got to do your research. Not all Settlers of Catan, sell for the same value. So like you see this one right here that's selling for $69.99. Here's another version, the Mayfair Games 483 for $49.99. There's all different types of versions of the Settlers of Catan, but if you go to eBay and you type in the Settlers of Catan board game and you go to the sold listings and you sort them from highest to lowest, you'll learn quite quickly that there's certain versions that are selling for a lot of money. I mean, $194, that's brand new. If you can find Settlers of Catan brand new, certain versions of it, they sell for really big bucks, but $55, $99, $64, $75, $53, there's a ton of money to be made with board games. So if you're not selling board games, start selling board games. If you're trying to figure out what board games should I buy, what board games should I sell, I did create a guide that's called Board Game Profits, and I share my top 97 hot selling board games to flip on eBay for huge profits. So inside of this guide, I not only give you a list of the top 97 board games, but I share with you a whole bunch of information, including the pictures of the board games, the average selling price, the level of difficulty to find, the year made, the manufacturer, special notes about it that break down some of the knowledge that can help you to buy and sell these. And I also throw in what I like to call a Raiken profit jackpot, which is essentially for each board game, there's a specific model, or there's a specific type of item within that. Like, for example, Monopoly. There's certain Monopoly games you want to look out for, like the Office theme Monopoly games sell so well. Leave a comment down below if you've ever sold Monopoly. The Office sells like hotcakes. But anyways, this is a really educational book. We've sold a lot of copies of this. This is probably one of our best ebooks that have helped, hundreds of people to make money on eBay and even for Amazon. If you get this guide, you can look for these items that I share, and then you can even buy them off eBay to flip them on Amazon. So I'll put a link to this down below in the description. But definitely a really awesome guide if you're looking to learn more about selling board games. So with that being said, hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the bell notification to be notified of all the new videos that we're putting out on a weekly basis. And with that being said, keep on picking and making that money, and we'll see you in the next one. Take care.